Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to solve some stuff in maths that is known as percentage. What is percentage? Well, percentage can be understood by breaking the word down into per and cent. Per means every one and cent means cent means 100. So percent means every one out of 100. Now, this is the symbol of the percent sign, or rather, it's the symbol of percents. It looks like a zero, a slash, and another zero. Yeah, but percentages, they are related to decimals and fractions. How? Let's see. 80% in fractions is 80 by 100. 7% in decimals is it's 0.07. 37% is 0.37. Now, why have I given two examples? Because 37, I'll explain in a minute. Now, how to convert percents into fractions? It's easy. You have to just put the vinculum and then write 100 below the percent and remove the percent sign. And a percent has become a fraction. But in decimals, it may be a little more easier. You have to remove the percent sign, put a decimal point in front of the number, and add a zero in front of the decimal point. And that's it. Now, percents, they are not a whole number. They are less than a whole. Unless it's 100% or above, they are more than a whole or a whole. But unless unless they're less than 100, they are less than a whole. As you know, fractions and decimals, percents are similar. Some examples of percent are 99%, 98%, 77%, 22%, 1%, and even surprisingly 0%. Now we come to this. 7% equal to 0.07. I said that while converting percents, you could use the method like you could bring the decimal point. You could remove the percent symbol, bring the decimal point in front of the number, and add a zero in front of the decimal point. Well, there's another way. You can take the decimal point and bring it 2 places forward, and then it becomes the number 0.37 and remove the percent. But if you go with my method in, say, the first method I showed you in these single digit percents, then it won't work because 0 doesn't matter. If we have 37, it can be 373, 3700 unless it's to the right of the decimal point. If it's to the left of the decimal point, zeros can be added like in this direction. And if if it's to the right of the decimal point, zeros can be added in this direction. And that's how this works. Now, if you use the second method and bring the decimal point 2 places, that was not very good. Yeah, if you bring the decimal point 2 spaces, I'll come right here and you get 0.07, not 0.7, because I said the zeros can be extended, so it'll become 70%. That's a thing to note down because that's very important when it comes to solving problems with percents. And now we move on. Now we move on to the next slide. Parts of a percent. There are many parts in a percent. Yeah, there's only 4, but that's still many. These zeros and lines there from the last slide don't matter. It's not for this slide. And as you can see, percentage, that's like the main thing. And it has 4 parts. the part we have, which is also known as the part itself. Then the percent. Next, we have the total amount, which is just the total. And then 100. Yeah, because a percent is 1 out of 100, or rather every 1 out of 100. Another thing is why, let's say, do we bring it two spaces? Why do we bring it two spaces? Is because it's every 1 out of 100. And in decimals, hundreds, there are two types of hundreds. If it's to the left of the decimal point, it's 100. And if it's to the right of the decimal point, it's 100th. So that's why we want to keep our numbers with single digits in the 100ths place, and we bring the decimal point two spaces because there are two zeros in 100. Now coming back here, yeah, there are these three parts which I've said. Now there's also 100, but it's not really shown. Why is it not shown? Because we always know it's there. It's a percent is every 1 out of 100, so it's not really shown to make questions trickier. Now there can be three types of questions with percentages. You can also call them percents, but percentage is the real name for it. Percents are much better to call it though. Yeah. Now there can be three types of questions, unlike normal arithmetic, where you have to find the amount, otherwise the amount that's left. In percents, you can have three types of questions, like where the part is missing, the part we have to find out that. Where the percent is missing, we have to find out that. And where the total amount is missing, and we have to find out that. So I'll be covering those in the next video, but for now, I think it's goodbye.